So many jokes I can make. I'm not going to. He has a collection of katanas on his wall.
Yeah, he does. I wish I had a collection of katanas. I'd probably be on the FBI Most Wanted list.
You didn't have to bring it yourself. You could have just called me.
Well, you can change the character models, you can up the resolution, but the food stays as 2D as ever.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, I mean, it's soup. What are you gonna do?
Seriously. I will say, for the most part, I'm pretty happy with everyone's glow up. Fiora took me the most to get used to.
I really thought I lost you back then.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a couple other reasons for that, but overall, again, looks really good. Fiora has one thing that bothers me, and it's a lewd thing.
Okay.
She has no cleavage.
Okay.
Well,
More importantly,
maybe it's covering
before it gets cold.
it in this one, because I know for a certain other character, it was a texture in the original game, and now it's not, so...
Make your next delivery.
Yeah. It could also be that I think Fiora's only 18 years old, so they don't want to try to skate that line.
Can we get off this subject, please? Like, Jesus Christ. My thing is, like, she looked more like a Xenoblade 2 character than a Xenoblade 1 character. But it's mostly with her look here. She gets a different look later in the game, and she looks, like, great there.
Okay.
Shulk and Fiora actually were blades that you could get in Xenoblade 2 after an update, I think. From the gacha roll system that game had. So, I mean, there's that. They look very different in Xenoblade 2.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to this, even. I don't really like their designs in that nearly as much.
Oh, Jesus. What good am I if I can't even eat soup?
I'm not finished yet. I have to be prepared to use the Monado again.
I will eat the soup with the katana if need be. Yeah. Now I'm Fiora.
Yeah, we get to run around as Fiora. It's still really not recommended to fight anything as just Fiora.
Well, she got double blades, so that's cool.
Yeah, she uses double knives, which is... It's double knives.
Hey, Fiora.
Not really much to say about it, to be honest.
You're in a hurry. Where are you?
I think there's actually a glitch in Definitive Edition where one of her arts has the wrong voice line.
Huh?
And uses a voice line from another art she gets later, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
And that's not a good thing.
That's the one.
Okay.
I didn't experience it while I was playing. I'm just going by what I've seen on the Xenoblade wiki.
Man, that's like going to watch Citizen Kane, and like instead of him just having regular dialogue at the start, it just says Rosebud instead. God, look at all of these like quests on the map and whatnot.
Those are the enemies and items that are required for the quests you have.
Not sure if I could take 2. Little Skeeter, level 1. I could probably take that.
Shout out to Mario 1080p also playing Xenoblade on your friends list there.
Nice. What I do like about this new system is there'll be a little blue exclamation mark if there is ever, like, an improved chance of you using an art. Like, backslash will have it when you're behind a guy, and, like, stuff like that, basically.
It's nice because you really didn't know where the rear and the sides were in the original game, so you kind of had to hope you were in the right spot, whereas in this game, it shows you if you're in the right spot. So it's really cool.
Nice. I'm just wondering if I can complete quests. Ooh, 9 shoes, metal lancer.
Well, you got 9 whole shoes. What are you going to do with the extra?
God, you're hard to work with sometimes. I've got a strong dandelion, innit? I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the fucking collectibles thing. Yeah.
And yes, you can complete quests as Fiora, but I don't recommend it because Fiora is the only one that gets anything if you do that.
There we go. 41% already. Nice. Oh. It's becoming night.
Although I guess since you're on expert mode, you might be able to hold the XP you get from the quest and use it later. I'm not sure if that's how it works, since those characters aren't in your party right now.
Getting a little bit of leveling in here.
Fiora plays almost exactly like Shulk, really. Hence the double daggers. She's very much a rogue type character as well. Attacks that have bonus effects from the back and sides.
You ready for the iconic sandwich that never was, will never fade?
Oh, this is a really nice scene to have at sunset. I'm glad the time moved this far.
They say that before time began,
I'm really glad this averts the regular RPG thing, for the most part, where characters just monologue to themselves, like out loud, like he's thinking this right now.
that's how Dunban was able to destroy so many mechons.
There's some monologuing, but it's mostly done by the villains.
Yeah.
His right arm.
Great villains as well.
Oh my god. Just all over.
Like, when you think one's done, and it's like, oh, we're never going to get to that level again, boom, there's another one.
Fiora,
OTP. Just throwing it out there.
this is great.
Same.
It tastes so good.
Really?
That fucking
It's
sandwich.
Oh, Shulk. You say that every
It's,
Not
it's
quite.
cardboard.
It sure is. He took a bite, and there is still the same amount of sandwich there.
I mean, cartoons do the same thing, or at least they used to. I don't know how much they've advanced on that front.
Oh man, it's sure nice to see individual fingers and whatnot on these character models.
Man, Kingdom Hearts 1, though,
Yeah, oof.
where it's just, you see the lines for the fingers, but it's just a solid mass.
The breeze feels so good.
I can't hear the
Yeah.
game audio coming through the feed, but I have my own music playing, and the boss theme just started up for this game, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is not a good scene for this.
Well, it's a social interaction, so it might as well be a boss fight for me.
Oh god, you have no idea.
It's so peaceful.
Now I'm just getting flashbacks to all the awkward social interactions I had in high school and college.
That's fine, mate, you beat them. They were your super bosses.
I'm engaged to be married now, so...
Well, you are like the god tier endgame Shulk of us all.
Strange. There hasn't been much falling.
I joined HFC from originally being just a regular chat member, and my fiance Nat was just originally just a regular chat member, so we both evolved. We evolved past our chatness.
Oh, there you go. That's very pretty. Although we could have used that scrap.
Right up until it landed on someone.
Oh no, Reyn!
Can't protect us out here.
As far away as that that debris was, it could have been large enough to actually flatten the entire colony.
Oh yeah, good point. Main menu, let's put Shulk back in first. How do we do this?
I think you have to wait until the next, like, tutorial thing pops up.
Ah,
Because it's going to tell you how to do that.
Shulk says it was even more delicious than usual. Communicate with our party members. This is something certain Let's Players could have stood to do more during their playthrough, just saying.
It also helps build affinity between your party members, and boy, affinity is really useful. Just for a lot of things.
Ah, here we go. You can change the party's leader in the party menu. Good shit.
Fun fact, on New Game Plus, you can actually change party leader before that pops up, because all the tutorials stay in the game's memory when you do New Game Plus.
Nice. Well, Ray, why don't we do a heart-to-heart, because we sure as hell won't be seeing much of them throughout the game.
One thing I don't like about the heart-to-hearts is the requirements, the limiting requirements for them. A lot of them are limited by the characters you get and the affinity that you have with the rest of the party, which if you're not grinding affinity, you're not going to be able to do any of them.
We came because...
You and Dunban.
Look at this. This man, this guy, he's got it all figured out.
Oh yeah. I will have a list of those pulled up whenever we want to do some, because I don't remember a lot of them. I remember this one because everyone does this one at the start of the game. It's kind of a free one, and it's the tutorial, the introduction. So yeah, I definitely remember the things for this one.
Oh, Shulk. He doesn't get it. It's fine. Let's just hope his mind is full of mechanical things.
Kind of.
Some of these are worded a little bit vaguely, so you might want to save before you go into these.
I mean, it's not like you really miss a whole lot by getting them wrong, because you can grind up the max affinity even without them. It's basically just free affinity if you get them right. There are a lot of them where the correct answer is not what you would really think, just based on what you know of the characters. Sometimes you have to say something that goes against what you would think, because you would think Fiora would be embarrassed that Shulk remembered that, but she would rather Shulk remember it than be like, oh yeah, you wanted to go fishing. No, Shulk, I didn't fucking want to go fishing.
Let's have a look here. Yeah, nice. And that's all she wrote.
And now you have blue shoes.
They are the way I feel. Blue, double D, double die. Hup.
Alley-oop?
Nope, Ryan's not here right now.
No, he's not.
Oh, hello. Ah, fuck.
Oh. Oh, that's how you get there really fast. God damn it. I always take the long way around.
I'm kind of punching above my weight here, but what can you do?
Be careful, because there is a unique enemy that spawns here at nighttime.
Well, we'll be done before then.
Nighttime starts in about 5 in-game minutes.
Nice.
Let's press on and on and on.
There's a line that Fiora says here that's really cute. It's like, one hit kill or something. Oh no, I have procced the thing, I'm running.
Fortunately, it's a fish, so like it can't actually hurt you on land.
That's my cue to get directly into the water.
It's de-aggroed now, so you can quick travel.
It's cool.
Yeah, you're just exploring them.
I like to explore, so I do.
Colony 9 and the surrounding area is really pretty at night. A lot of this game is really, really pretty at night. A lot of areas change at night to become even prettier.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this area is really dangerous at the level you're at.
Well, we got bonnets. We got bonnets. Oh boy. Yeah. Let's. Oh, area maps is probably what it is.
Yes, I think you can also. It's either X or Y, whichever one isn't the menu, to quickly open the quick travel. Yeah.
It is Y.
Yeah, I never remember. I'm so used to Xbox controllers where Y is at the top.
Try and aim for the B thing when you start battles, because I believe that ups your tension and whatnot.
It's actually the larger circle around the outside that you want to aim for. That increases your tension. Tension does a lot of things. You can mostly ignore it if you really just want to have a super casual run. Basically, being at max tension gives you increased crit rate and things like that. Being at low tension means you're more likely to miss your attacks.
Okay.
That's pretty much the long and short of it that you really need to know.
We've definitely gotten stronger.
You really want to keep your party members out of low tension by encouraging them when they get discouraged. You reach high tension with certain effects that you'll get later, and just kind of doing more damage as the fight goes on.
You got it, mate. I will say, I never understood 100% of the systems in the game. Like the heart-to-hearts, you can basically get around a lot of the requirements by just shoving gifts in the other person's mouth. But, you know, if you understand 100% of the game, you're more likely a hardcore player than a casual gamer like me.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time doing New Game Plus over and over for this game to set everything up and just get things done, because there's certain benefits to doing it that you can't get with just a single playthrough. and through that I learned a lot of things. I will say there are some things that I didn't learn by myself with my own playthrough the first time I went through the game that people in the stream chat and other people later on had to tell me about separately that I wouldn't have figured out on my own.
Oh, bless you.
And it's things the game tells you in tutorials. I just kind of didn't really click until they really told me about it.
Party. I think I need to go to expert mode to level up and whatnot. There you go. Just go up a little bit. I'll level down just to even it out and whatnot.
One thing about the leveling down is you can only do a full level. So if you're like halfway through a level, if you're halfway from level 5 to 6 and you level down, you will lose all of the experience for that one level and the half that you already have.
Oh.
It's in the bank, I guess you could call it, and you could use it later. But you start off having 0 XP for level 4, basically.
Kind of punching above my weight here, but I've got the ability to heal, so it should be fine.
Yeah, light heal is basically there so you can heal at the start of the game, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to.
Oh, she dead.
Yeah, she did. And you don't have the ability to resurrect party members yet.
Nope. Don't worry, Fiora, this one's for you. It's okay, I can just about do this. Yeah.
As long as he doesn't use the same attack that killed Fiora, you're fine.
Well, what are you gonna do? I want that. I see it, so I want it. Should really be going after Crabbles and whatnot. I'm gonna try and not do too many side quests on screen. I'll save those for when I want to just play in between recording sessions.
It's nice to just sit down and play, in all honesty, just to do the quests. They're very, very simple, and it's just good to sit down and knock a bunch of them out.
Yeah.
It's nice and calming, really, I think. Until you get to some of them where the guy asks you to fight a level 98 monster.
Oh boy.
Or 2 of them, right next to each other.
Yay, quest completed.
Nice. Free money.
500 coins, so it is. That'll get us a roast dinner, so it will, Fiora.
And so the quest also awards you reputation with the area. There's 5 main areas in the game that you can get reputation with, and those will determine things that people offer in trades, which is, you can mostly ignore trades too for the most part.
Okay.
And also certain quests are locked behind having affinity with the area as well.
Lake? I can't even pronounce it.
Lake Magdalena, that's that fish that tried to kill you in that cave.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Such courage.
I recommend getting Reyn and going back for it.
Oh, that's what we're doing now, mate. We need our tank. The guy who will take all the hits for us.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause it's not like Fiora's going to be able to stand a punch.
Fiora's even more frail than Shulk is.
Ooh, pretty sword.
Reyn?
Reyn!
Haha, Monado Gerber.
Brrr.
Oh no, I'm just.
Oh, you silly tit.
Yeah, you get the really serious music, but that's kind of what it feels like.
Master Doll's trying to kill me and the Toaster's been laughing at me. Nope. I'm sorry, I cannot harm a woman.
Reyn!
As we're about to find out, the Monado cannot cut Homs. It actually turns out that it can't cut any creature that comes from the Bionis, which really makes you question why it works on the monsters, but we're not going to question that.
Well, it's specifically Homs, I believe.
You're not hurt, are you?
I think it's mentioned later that it's any creature of the Bionis, but that wouldn't work for the RPG, so...
No, it wouldn't, no.
I came to ask a favor, but you weren't here.
Hey Shulk, have this fancy sword. By the way, it doesn't work on 90% of the enemies that you run into.
Is your body still feeling numb?
Mostly my head.
We have to be very careful with the Monado.
It's not a toy. Oh, that was a line, never mind.
I just wanted to touch it. Didn't know it would do that.
I just wanted to be the protagonist, mate. You know, I've had enough of being the stupid side character.
Cut people.
The pattern in that circle.
He's always like, now it's Shulk time. What about Reyn time?
Oh, when will it ever be Reyn time? What about Fiora time? Shut up, you. Go make another Infinity sandwich.
That's basically the scene that's about to happen.
Well, if I can find a way to increase the number of symbols, I should.
I'm sure that's all very clever.
Uh-oh.
But why were you more worried about a machine than me, Shulk?
Well, I just explained why.
That was the wrong answer,
That's not
Shulk.
the point.
He came over with the facts and logic shit.
Sorry.
Oh, sweet, merciful Bionis, please let this kill me so I don't have to continue this conversation.
Main character powers, go now.
I see everything. I know it all.
Until I've scrapped each and every one of you!
There's a lot of stuff in this scene to unpack.
I want to get my revenge.
Your blade.
Most of it doesn't really mean anything to anyone that doesn't know this game.
That was just a spoiler reel right there.
Oh yeah.
Shulk! Shulk!
What on Bionis happened there?
Reyn. Fiora.
Are you okay? Does it hurt?
She doesn't really care about what Shulk just did. She's more worried about him.
When you held the
Yeah,
Monado,
that's fair.
did you see anything?
You know, like a blue blade made of light came out. Same as just now.
I don't mean that. A feeling like time had stopped.
It was like some kind of stand ability. What is a stand exactly, Shulk?
Just about to make a JoJo reference.
Is it another Monado thing?
Who knows? Anyway, no matter how good a sword it is, that's what happens when you hold it. Looks like Dunban really is the only one who can use it.
Yeah, let's just put it back, bury it away, never talk about the Monado again, the end.
Not after what it did to him.
Dunban's the only one who can use it, but it also kind of destroyed his
Didn't
arm,
mean it like that.
so maybe not a good idea.
Point is,
Oh, my sweet whittling hand, it's gone forever.
a few times before. I've been researching the Monado for a long time.
Well, at least 5 minutes.
Don't act as if this is nothing.
Look, don't worry about it. Anyway, Reyn,
Theme of peaceful times and changing the subject.
Yeah,
Old square
Yeah,
has gone
that's
through
pretty much it.
duty. Fancy tagging along?
punishment. The Colonel was pretty angry today.
He punched a guy in the face.
Well, whether he hit me is neither here nor there, really.
He punched me in the
Although
balls,
actually, he
Shulk.
did end up hitting me. And that ain't all. He
they're
made me
gone.
1,000
I can't have kids anymore, Shulk.
Oh, Jesus.
Nasty.
Yeah.
It will never be Reyn time again.
It won't be the little one's time either.
Ether cylinders.
I want that sword in the background in the middle.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool looking one.
The damage has been repaired. They can't move without the ether energy. And it
I
seems
think
like
that's
the humans
basically
have
just the
all
base of the gun lance that
Is the
Reyn
mobile
uses,
artillery that
just a
was
smaller
used in
version without the
residential
shield on it.
district?
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, probably.
You know your way around there, right?
Because Ryan's such a fucking huge guy, he needs an oversized weapon.
What is the actual term for the weapon
Hold on.
that Reyn
The
uses?
Magmel ruins
It is the gun
Tephra
lance.
Cave, right?
Okay.
I heard
Yes,
that there's a
we saw a bunch of the Defense Force members using them in the prologue.
He's delicate. Not like you, Reyn.
What are you on about?
I'm saying you're a fucking meathead and Shulk is a sissy, basically.
I mean,
Okay, I got it.
yeah,
I'll make you a promise.
you're not wrong.
If the size 8 shoe fits, Fiora.
A promise doesn't mean much coming from you.
Ouch. She's still mad.
She don't trust me at all.
This is an interesting dynamic that you don't see much in like these sorts of friend circles. Like, obviously Shulk and Fiora get along, Shulk and Reyn get along great, but then there's like the dynamic of thing just went in standby mode for a second there. Of Reyn and Fiora, who obviously don't hang out all that much.
Yeah, like, Shulk and Fiora are childhood friends. Shulk and Reyn are childhood friends. Reyn and Fiora probably hung out during a lot of that time, but, you know, weren't the main focus of the hanging out, I guess is a good way to put it.
I don't think I have enough stuff to... Oh, you have to go to level up. That would make sense.
Yeah, that bothered me too. I didn't particularly like that.
Although I think they have changed it to be like, you don't have to read the books anymore, you just go to this screen.
You're correct, which is really nice.
Let's see, which of these should I do? Wild Down.
Wild Down is good because Topple is good.
Yeah. We're both level 4, innit, mate? You just gotta stand here?
Huh?
Alright, off to Tephra Cave it is.
One cool thing, I guess, that I found out while doing my research, Tephra, I believe, is a Greek word that actually means ash. Like the ash that's spit out from a volcano.
Interesting.
Doesn't really have anything to do with the cave itself, as far as I know. But, yeah, it's just a neat thing to know.
Aha! Vangs, let's go.
Everyone, let's go!
What do you think of the base battle theme, mate?
Really good. One of my favorite pieces, actually.
I think this is actually the very first piece of music used in the Tetris 99 thing.
Yeah, judging by the tweet I saw from you earlier, it is.
And then when you get like to the last 50, you get Mechanical Rhythm, and then when it's like the last 10, it's You Will Know Our Names.
All good pieces. All good pieces of music.
I'm struggling to think of a track I don't like in this game.
There are plenty that I just kind of don't remember because they're not like astounding. But yeah, there's none that I really dislike. Probably the only one that I would actually say I dislike is the battle theme you get when you don't do the start affinity. Like if something sees you and aggroes to you before you actually pull it. That's a song that I don't really like that much.
Nice. Can I level up some more? Let's have a look. Can level up. Nice. It's always best to be a little bit over-leveled as opposed to under-leveled.
Yep, and with expert mode, you could be whichever one you want.
I could be a god if I wanted.
I have heard from people that turned on expert mode as soon as possible and got about halfway through the games and had 30 levels of XP just sitting there for them to use, and that's astounding to me.
You want some? Let's go.
Quick explanation of break and topple. Break itself doesn't do anything but allows topple to happen. While an enemy's topple doesn't do anything, all attacks will automatically hit it, and I think crits happen more often, I want to say. Pretty much all you need to know.
Nothing like a stiff hair at the beginning of the day, which is a double pun because rare, hare and rabbit. Fuck, I'm spoonerism-ing it up today.
Sure, those were words.
A spoonerism when you say, like, words incorrectly, like Chepsy Palace instead of Pepsi Chalice.
Yeah, I know what a spoonerism is. It's just the way the whole sentence ran together, really was just kind of funny.
Nice. I could be cheating and using like high-level armor from the shop right now, but I think I'll be fine.
Mostly the armor is just for defense. It doesn't do a lot for your attack power.
And that's what Reyn is for.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's do this. This one's mine.
Topple them.
Sometimes the AI is kind of dumb. It doesn't do what you want him to.
Yeah, boy. So I'm talking about, you just do the quests on the way.
Most of them are just on the way to where you're going anyway. there's very few, well, I won't say very few, but there's a few that you have to go out of your way for. But for the most part, you're going right past them anyway, so you might as well get them.
Good shit. I'm not sure where we'll come across the crabbles and whatnot. They're more down towards the beach area.
Yeah, I think the ones you're looking for are down there on the beach, which I would probably get a couple more levels before going down there. There's a couple of unique monsters down there.
Oh, sweet wasabi. It's like a Homs exclamation or something.
From what I know of the lore and couple dialogue things I've seen, sweet wasabi is actually a snack that the Napon really, really like. It's like one of their favorite things to eat as a snack.
Yay! Poison defense free. Nice.
That would actually be really useful for an enemy coming up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think you know which one I'm talking about.
I do, mate, I do. Ether up 2, not bad. Shame we don't really have many characters who use Ether right now.
I think Shulk is the only one with light heal. I think Reyn has one ether attack, but you really shouldn't give ether up to Reyn.
Change equipment, yes. Oh, he doesn't have any gems and whatnot, although I could change it. That's pretty good.
Out of all the characters that you know of in this game, which one would you say has the highest potential for damage output?
Probably Melia.
You're not wrong, but also Reyn.
Huh.
His requires a bit of a specific setup, and he can only do it about once a minute.
Just like me, then.
He has an art later on called Magnum Charge. I think it's like it starts off as like a 2-minute cooldown, I think. It increases the damage of his next art by, like, I think it starts at 3 times, and as you level it up, it goes up to 4.8 times the damage. And you could do a whole bunch of other stuff to increase the damage. I've seen Reyn take out the entirety of a health bar of a super boss in one hit.
Yikes.
In some videos. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, Melia is also really good. Hers is a lot of damage over time because of the way she fights, though.
So, let's get moving.
And now we finally have a full party.
Nice!
I knew she didn't trust me.
Looks like it.
Haha. See, this is what I like about this group of characters. They banter with each other. They make fun of each other. They feel like actual friends.
Yeah, there's a lot of the dialogue in the combat as well that makes them feel like actual characters. There's no disconnect between what happens in the combat and what happens in the story. A lot of people compare Xenoblade to Final Fantasy XII, and there's a lot of similarities, but one thing that 12 just absolutely didn't have was character. There's so much disconnect between combat and story because one just doesn't affect the other in any way. While you're in combat, your characters may as well just be cardboard cutouts.
Ouch.
There's no voices whatsoever. In the original game, every character has the same potential and could do basically the same thing. The Zodiac Age version added license boards, which are based on classic Final Fantasy jobs, so everyone could be more, specific into a certain skill set and things like that, which helped a lot. But you still have that disconnect where everyone just feels like a cardboard cutout, and then when the cutscenes happen, then the characters reappear. And Xenoblade just doesn't have that at all. You feel the characters while you're in combat too, and it's great.
You feel like Spider-Man.
Yeah, that meme. That just makes me think of the Gaming Brit video, which was a good video.
It sure was, mate. I could level up to level 6, but I'm going to leave it as is for now.
I was going to say, you could put everyone up to 6. I think you have enough XP for it, but yeah, you do what you want.